Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you, so I'm going to just jump in real quick, explain a few things, and then we will get right to the action. If you don't know, I am in a GT7 league, and we try to race every Thursday as much as possible, and I tried to stream those races as much as possible as well, but this race was so good that I decided to turn it into a video. A little bit of a backstory, some information. This lobby of drivers was the closest lobby of drivers I've seen in this game. From P1 to P14 was only 5/10 separating all of us in qualifying. So starting P7, qualified P7, so really excited about that. Please let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next one.
Green, green, green.
And with that, we are underway at Watkins Glen. We are on the short track, 40 laps, possibly looking for an overtake down in turn 1. Gonna get all over the curb. It's gonna completely upset the car and slide us completely wide, making a little bit of contact, but nothing too major. Trying to get back into the slipstream, possibly gonna look for an overtake into the bus stop. Going up the hill, getting a big old waft of dirty air, which is gonna force us completely to the outside. Gonna have to lift off just a little bit. Maybe try to tuck him back into the slipstream, but it looks like there's not going to be enough room. Coming into the bus stop chicane, we are going to be under braking and make a big old mistake, completely unsettling the car, running wide, trying to get back on the track as easy and nice as possible, making a bunch of contact. Not the best first lap that I've wanted. Coming into the carousel, getting a little tap from behind, almost losing it, coming back onto the track, and then almost slamming into the guy in last place. Got very lucky that we did not make contact there. Jumping forward into lap 6 onto lap 7, we finally able to catch up to the back of the field. Looks like these guys are going to be on the hards, so on the superior tire, putting in very consistent laps to catch up to these guys. Gonna maybe look for an overtake into turn 1, maybe on the back straight. Spotter braking point, turn it nice and easy, get on the power as soon as possible. Make sure we don't get any penalties from track limits. Well within the slipstream, maybe gonna get an overtake done up on top of the hill, lifting off just a little bit, trying to time that momentum as much as possible, coming into the bus stop chicane. Are we gonna look for a move on the outside, or are we gonna swoop into the inside? Looks like we're gonna have the inside. Looks like he's gonna be backing out. Pretty good decision. Car in front gets completely unsettled on the curbs. That's another free position. 2 positions in a matter of 4 corners, or 2 corners, I believe, into the carousel. Looking forward, trying to track down P11. We're gonna be jumping forward to the middle of lap 11. Big group of cars ahead of us. Hopefully we were able to make up as many positions as possible, but as we close up, it looks like there's going to be 1 car with a penalty, so that's going to be a free position for us. And as you can see, our front left is completely dying. That is one of the biggest difficulties with this track, was managing that front left tire, but we were luckily able to do it. Jumping forward to the end of lap 12, the cars in front of us are having a big old scrap. Hopefully we're able to pick up the pieces. Maybe going to be looking for a few overtake opportunities coming into the last corner. Looks like we're going to have a few cars pull off into the pit lane. Oh, just 1. But well within the slipstream. It looks like we're going to be going on for at least 2 more laps until that front left is completely dead with no grip whatsoever. Spotter braking point just nice and easy. Car in front goes a little bit wide. We were able to carry this more speed than him and definitely close up on him into the slipstream. Maybe looking for another opportunity to overtake into the bus stop chicane. Getting a little bump from behind. Looks like the car behind was also got a pretty good exit on me, so definitely have to look for that as well. Maybe get a little bit defensive, but it looks like it's going to be all nice and calm. A little stack up, trying to keep the speed up as much as possible. Have a little bit of a look on the outside. On the brakes a little bit. Try to get a good old switchback on the power as soon as possible. And it looks like one of the cars is going to run completely wide, and we are able to swoop around the inside. Coming to the end of lap 13, we are going to maybe look for an overtake into the final 2 corners, maybe onto the main straight, and then into the second corner, or sorry, the first corner, my apologies. trying to get a good rotation, carry the speed as much as possible, and not get a penalty, especially with that front left being completely deader than a doornail, having no grip and trying to carry the speed. Not had the best exit. We are able to keep within the slipstream, but we had to go a little bit of a defense from the guy behind. Got a pretty good exit out of turn 1, but it looks like the guy in second did not have the best of runs through the first turn, so we are able to look at an overtake up the hill, possibly going to be looking for an overtake into the bus stop. Getting a pretty good run, but with him being in the slipstream, it's not going to be the most ideal option. Looking for a little bit of a sniff, but nothing going to happen. I decided it was a better judgment just to hold back and not lose as much time because I am coming in on this lap. Looks like P3 went a little bit wide on the entry of the carousel, trying to get a little bit of a more power difference, putting the power down as soon as possible, but a little bit faster than him, so we were able to sneak up on the outside, which will be the inside into the second to last corner. Push him a little bit wide, and as you see as I come into the pits, I wasn't too sure on the pit lane crossing settings, so I decided to stick within the lines, but actually I don't think there was penalties because as you see, the guy goes completely around the outside. Quick little stop by the Toyota guys. We were able to come back out behind P13. So as we started in P7, but we got dropped down to P14. So as of right now, a net gain 0, but hopefully my strategy will come back to me in the long run. We're doing a 3-stop, balls to the walls as fast as possible and trying to save no fuel at all. Just max out, push all the way to the end, taking this nice and easy, just trying to warm up the tires, as well as maybe getting a position on the outlap, which would be amazing. Looks like P13 just runs a little bit wide and not really able to get the grip down or get the power down as much as he wanted, so I'm just able to sneak up on the inside. It looks like he's going to be able to just back out and decide to tuck in behind me as I swoop into the second to last corner. And then we are going to be flying through some laps, some very consistent laps. As you look at my lap time, I stay within at least half a second of my fastest lap, every single lap. Jumping to the end of lap 18, finally got up to 12, and we were able to maybe look for an opportunity. Come to find out, Vinny, he's a very fast player, but he had a opposite strategy. He was trying to do a 1-stop, so that was softs to the hards, and he was trying to conserve those hards. So it's going to be a pretty easy move into turn 1. He wasn't really going to fight it a whole lot, but yet not make it super easy. Nice clean move down on the inside, get on the power, and just fly on by him. But as the race went on, had some very consistent lap times in front of me. Was very proud of this part of the race, managing the tires, the pace, as well as catching the cars in front, and probably the most consistent I've ever driven in a long time. Getting a few positions through pit stops, which brings us up into P7. So net gain 0, but we are still gaining time on the cars in front. We're going to gain another position as one of the cars in front goes into the pits. On to lap 27. Again, not really wanting to take a chance on the pit lane line, so just hugging that entrance and finally coming in, switching to the softs, and going to be fueling the car up just a little bit past the dot, which is where the game tells you, hey, this is how much gas you're going to have before you finish the race. So at this point, I was just flat out all the way to the end as much as possible. As we come out of the pits, we are going to be losing a few positions due to pit stops. P7 net gain 0, but we are going to be very consistent laps. Again, just putting in fast laps after fast laps after fast laps. Very consistent. Hopefully going to be looking for an overtake on this lap into P6. Getting a nice run out of the last corner. Flat out, no fuel saving whatsoever. Take a nice and easy into turn 1, carry the speed, get on the power as much as possible, get a lot better of an exit out of turn 1, well within the slipstream of P6. Hopefully we're able to look for an overtake opportunity into the bus stop. As we climb up the hill, staying within the slipstream as much as possible until the very last second, to where we just pull out and pull alongside him. Is he going to be able to back out or defend? Sent a purple sector, taking it nice and easy. Had a nice line through there, so we were able to hold off onto that position into P6. Jumping forward to lap 32, only 9 more laps until the end of the race. As you can see, Vinny in front is on that different strategy, so he is going to be struggling with tire wear a lot more than the cars around him. So hopefully they will start fighting and they will hold each other up to where I am able to get an overtake done on this lap or maybe the next lap. But keep in mind that these guys are the fastest players that I've been up against in a long time, very consistent drivers. So they are going to fight tooth and nail until the very end. Looks like P4 and 5 did not get the best runs through the bus stop, so possibly looking for an overtake out of the carousel, getting on the power as much as possible, as soon as possible. Looks like we are pretty even, sticking in with that slipstream. Looks like P5 is going to be pulling out onto the outside of Vinny, maybe looking for an overtake around the outside, but not really doing any good. Could have snuck up on the inside, but decided not to, just decide to pick my moment and take my time, getting on the power out of this final corner onto the main straight. Not really looking for an overtake right now, well within the slipstream, but we are going to be gaining time, so hopefully we're able to follow one of these drivers through turn 1. Looks like A wide goes a little bit wide. I'm able to get on the power, get a nice line, a little contact, almost 3 wide out of the first corner, a little bump there as well, but we were able to sneak up into P5 as well, maybe into P4, lifting off the power to get the momentum just perfect, stay within the slipstream, and pull out at the very last moment. Hopefully we're able to defend another position into the bus stop. And looks like we are able to do said that all the way up into P4, and from there it was home sailing. As we come out of the final corner across the line, we will be coming home in a P4. What an amazing result from what happened on lap 1, and super proud of the consistent racing. So I came back through.
You kept like crashing out.
No, it was just incidents. I almost got spun, but what time is it? Oh, we still got time. Let's go! Sorry.